Greetings and welcome back once again to Gettysburg. Now, without further ado, let's see what has happened over the turn. Let's see if the Federal line broke. It did not. It still is stubbornly resisting. Which is a pity, to say the least. So we are going to have to fix that quickly. Still, all things considered, the situation could still be a lot worse. What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna hold or fall back? That's the question, isn't it? He holds, he's gonna be at risk of being hit from multiple sides. He falls back. He risks his retirement turning into a rout. I highly doubt it will, because he's got forces on Cemetery Hill to prevent that. Comes a wagon, more troops, another wagon. Who's that? That's some cavalry. Yep, he's reforming his line. Ooh. As you can see, he's sort of having to strip out positions to try and cover everything. Which is the big issue for him. He's having to try and hold everywhere in a situation where he really can't. But he continues to cause me no end of grief. Four units undisrupted out of 12, 1 unit rallied out of 2, no one recovers fatigue, no one resupplied. So these boys are going to fall back. There's no two ways about that. They are not in the shape to keep that up. Let's lead off with the usual part. Guns. You will blast them. So we just try and weaken his line more. We just got to try and weaken this damn line of his. They are going to limber up and get out of the way, as will they. This lot, what to do with this lot? That's the question. Do I just attempt to blast this lot? Yeah, I think I will. Just try and blast that out of my way. Bang! 3 losses is 3 losses. They will all blast there as well. And then over here we got these guns to shoot there. Give them a nice whacking. Knock out another gun. Works perfectly. 3 guns should be considerably less scary. And then the 8 guns up there can shoot what? Range 11. That's long range, but it will be worth it. Any other guns? Nope. No more artillery, so the artillery is done very nicely. And Anderson with Wilcox and Mahone will continue moving forward. Right. And then Posey. And what? Here comes his divisional artillery, followed by... They're going to be slowed, unfortunately, because of the gap. Followed by that lot. And Edward Allegheny Johnston will basically set up there, ready to march. Longstreet will stay where he is. No need to move him. Nothing has arrived this turn. It's next turn they arrive. So, to the fun part. Well, hello there. And starting over here with Early's division, we will commit forward the troops that I can of Gordon's Georgians. So, Gordon's Georgians go that way. Smith, I'm actually going to detach the 49th to keep an eye on whatever that is. And I'll bring this cavalry back off Wolf Hill. It's mostly to prevent that cavalry from doing anything shenanigan-y. And get into my artillery. So the artillery is now going to go set up on Benner. they will go set up nicely on Benner's Hill. The 6th Louisiana will move to there and open fire at the guys on the top of the hill. The 9th Louisiana will advance. What are they? These are Krasnowski's troops. So that's Krasnowski's brigade. Which is useful to know, because knowing that's Krasnowski's brigade, this is Davis's brigade. So Davis of Buford's cavalry. Moving Hayes with the 8th Louisiana there. And then moving the 5th Louisiana there. That's gonna hurt. Oh no, not as much as I thought. To there to shoot at them. The 6th North Carolina will advance versus the 73rd Ohio, which is under Smith. Daniel's brigade . 33rd Massachusetts . They will advance into the town. They'll get disrupted for their trouble, but one thing they will do is to continue putting this lot under pressure. Second North Carolina Battalion, Orlando Smith. So yeah, that's Smith's brigade. There's Costa. There's a little bit of Cutler there. Schimmelpfennig. And then Krasnowski. So in this case, I'm going to continue. I'm going to actually throw the rest of Hoke's brigade, which is not actually under command of Hoke at the moment, but Avery. And I'm going to commit him forward with the goal of trying very, very hard to break that line. The 2nd North Carolina Battalion. I will move the 2nd North Carolina Battalion up as well, with the goal of just putting more fire into him. Not really unfortunate, but not painful. And then I will shift Ramseur's brigade ever so slightly, and then the final regiment of Daniel, or what was Daniel, will shift there to cover the gap. Iverson is, or what was Iverson, because Iverson is dead. they can't be seen because the guns are in the way. Now, O'Neill. What to do with O'Neill? Early, I'm going to move forward as well, now that I think about it. So I could leave O'Neill where he is in an effort to try. Yes, I think I will. I don't get why they weren't disordered. Wait a second. Oh, that's random. Random clear hex there. Alright, Pettigrew. Pettigrew sort of really needs to rest at this point. He's been fighting for all damn day, so I'm actually going to pull Pettigrew's brigade out of the line. I've had enough of him sitting in the line getting wailed on. But this is where I will commit forward a newly freshened archer. I could commit archer forward to try and keep up the pressure there. But I don't think that's even worth it. Davis. So in this case, I think I will just move Doles forward. I will commit Doles forward to basically take Pettigrew's position. Doles is naturally going to get fairly slowed doing this, but I will pull back Brockenbauer as well. Committing forward. So Brockenbauer will also fall back to sort of rest, regroup, that sort of stuff. So let's say I go... Ooh, this is probably going to be a very, very bad idea. Yeah, I think it is a very bad idea. So, in this case, they will fall back there. You will go there. They'll basically just swap locations. Low ammo, of course I got low ammo. And Archer, I will move up. I've decided. Archer will basically shift up to cover that little gap there. Schimmelfennig. Next we have the Mississippians under Davis. I don't think I'm going to move them forward again. I'm just too... I'm not necessarily scared of it, but I know the damage that Federal artillery can do. I've faced it too many times to underestimate it. Scales will commit forward and attack Ames here. I'll have Dorsey Pender's division launch a fresh assault forward. They've been resting for a good couple of hours at this point, so now that they're rested, they can focus on a fresh assault. Scales. Let's move you there, I think. You will fall back. Scales, you'll go join them, as will you. I could throw Thomas forward as a way to try and further just put more pressure on his line by forcing him to commit these freshest troops that are arriving, which I think is Stannard and the Vermont Brigade. It would at least force them to make a choice. Rhodes, are you in command of everyone? Yes, you are, thankfully. The Alabamians here just do not want to rally. Where was I going to put you? I think I was going to put you there. Just to keep an eye on the Hanover Road. To ensure no sneaky Yanks come up the Hanover Road. Thomas, what to do? Perrin is still... I do want to sort of keep Perrin uncommitted and let his brigade rest, because some of his regiments took a beating. Notably the 1st South Carolina Provisional Army and the 13th South Carolina. The Army's 1st North Carolina Sharpshooters will go there. While they are, quote, under Lee directly, I'll have them with Hill to sort of guard the artillery for now. The Florida Brigade is all coming along nicely. So, 4 PM. Those 300 there should buckle under the pressure. Those 300 might buckle. Over here with Smith, it will be a lot more dicey to get them to buckle. But we shall see. I think that is it. Other than that cavalry and a few other bits and bobs, which I generally don't want to move. So yeah, onto the melees. Alrighty, Confederate melee phase. Let's see what we got. We could hit Ames is 25th Ohio there, but we're not going to. We are, however, going to have the 9th Louisiana. And the 5th Louisiana. Ow. Hit them. And drive them, the 58th New York and 75th Pennsylvania from Krasnowski's brigade back. We will then have 6th North Carolina and the 57th North Carolina. Drive back the 73rd Ohio of Smith's brigade. And while I could charge there, I don't think that's going to do any good to me. As for these guns, I could do it, but I think I'm going to pay just an appalling price to do so. So Smith. So what's my losses now? 3,500 to 3,200? Pretty fair. I am driving the Federals back. And the battlefield is smoky. So yeah, so it's smoky. If we go into perimeter data and have a look, see at the modifiers for smoky. Smoky! Where is it? It is smoky, smoky, smoky. Not near dawn, not dawn. Clear smoky, I think it is. Clear smoky. It doesn't do anything by the looks of it. Might have made the firing a little less effective, but otherwise nothing too much. So, with Pettigrew now coming out of the line to rest, because he really needs to rest between now and tomorrow. We shall see if the town can hold. Orlando Smith and his 33rd Massachusetts and those 2 batteries of the 1st New York Light Artillery from the 11th Corps are going to be in a dodgy spot, all in all. Now, I could hit those Illinoisan cavalry. The problem is, I hit the Illinoisan cavalry with a charge. We shall see, actually. For now, I think that will do nicely. With Gordon's Juggernaut Brigade about to hit... I can't even remember the name of the damn run. What is it? Rock Creek, that's it. It's about to hit Rock Creek and swarm towards Culp's Hill. So, for now... I think that is that. So, let us push onwards to the next turn. So, 4 p.m. Jenkins and John Jones arrive at 4 p.m, so... by 5 p.m, the last of the Second Corps will have arrived. At which point, I'm just going to charge him down the pike as well to join the army and get into position for the rest of the battle. The question is where to place him. If I've got early on Benner's Hill, for example, I could have Johnston where Rhodes is, and Rhodes, no idea where I put Rhodes. I suppose I could just sort of swig my army, sort of jiggle it to the right a bit. But we shall see again. For now, though, we shall push onwards. So, I thank you for watching, as always. I hope you are enjoying the series and the battle. It's certainly already telling a story. The Federals have been stubbornly holding in the town, making me pay for every inch, including in the deaths of Generals Daniel and Iverson. But the question is, can they continue to hold? That's the eternal question, isn't it? These boys here, despite having just driven back Krasnowski, are probably going to get blasted in the face. So, there is that. So for now, again, I thank you all. I hope you have been enjoying again. But until next time, I will see you all very soon. So until then, bye-bye for now.